What is going on, everybody? Architecture here with a new Siege video for you guys. Today I'm going to discuss some balancing changes I think need to happen in Rainbow Six Siege. Now, this is really going to be one of those things where it's not a popular opinion. It's not going to get a lot of, praise. But y'all know me. I'm all about honesty and saying what other people and other players are afraid to say when it comes to video games. Doesn't matter if it's popular or not popular. I don't care. I say what I feel and how I think things should be improved. Now, I'm just going to say it bluntly right now. No delay before we get into the point. The developers need to take the ACOGs off the MP5 of Rook and Doc. Now, remember when Jaeger and Bandit had ACOGs and it was just game breaking? That's now the situation with these two French heavies of Rainbow Six Siege. I don't think SMGs should have ACOGs first and foremost. But what the ACOG does is allow two heavies to hold crazy angles and play way more aggressive than these two operators should be playing. More often than not, when a Doc and Rook are on your team, they're roaming around, not playing anchor. They are in deep roams, holding angles on common entry points. If this was Jaeger or Ela or Vigil or Pulse or any kind of roamer, it's not a biggie. Who cares? That's her job. But this is someone who has more armor than attackers usually, especially after putting on a Rook vest. Doc can heal himself, including overheal as well. Which is another issue that comes from Doc players being super aggressive and roaming. We are getting games where Doc is never using his gadget to heal his teammates. Because he's using it on himself and he's using it. And usually he's on the other side of the map roaming. So you're hurt and you're like, Doc, I need some heals, and he just elsewhere ignoring you. So I feel like taking the ACOG off both of them will balance things out a bit. You're not going to beat a Doc or Rook when they're holding a crazy angle outside the OBJ. It's not enough that the ACOGs themselves make guns and lasers, but the MP5 itself, it's a good gun. It doesn't have a lot of recoil to begin with. It's a really good gun. It's not overpowered. The gun itself is not overpowered. But with the ACOG, it becomes a stupid gun. This is an issue both when playing against the French heavies as well as playing with them on your team. Again, I mentioned before, when you're playing ranked with Doc players, they usually are elsewhere on the map. They're not on the objective, and you be sitting there going, hey, can I get a heal? Only for Doc to ignore you and keep roaming in dorms or kitchen while you're playing on laundry. You want to at least have one or two heavies on the OBJ. Your anchor should be your last line of defense. Vigil or Legion should not be forced to play anchor because Doc and Rook are roaming. And this would affect me as well because I do play Doc and I do play Rook. Not as often as I used to, but I do play them on a normal occasion, especially on Skyscraper. But Doc to me is the perfect anchor for the team room. I've gotten a lot of aces with both characters. I've uploaded clips of me doing very good with both characters. So this isn't, hey, I got ripped by this character, nerf it. No, this is someone who plays with those characters, who sees those characters on teammates, sees the characters on enemy players, and see what they can do and what they're not doing, what they shouldn't be able to do, what they should be able to do. It's one of those things. It's sometimes you have to acknowledge when the characters are broken. It's not good for the game when those characters are doing way more than they should be. If you look at the chart they released recently for the pick rate, the French heavies are up there. They're in the top tier when it comes to pick rate because of they have the ACOG. The ACOG turns them into these killing machines when they shouldn't be. They're heavies, they're anchors. They're supposed to be giving you support and then letting the roamers do the rest of the work. And then when the attackers start pushing the objective, it's their job to push them out the objective and keep the objective safe. That's not what Doc and Rook are doing right now. They're being aggressive. They're roaming out there. They're holding angles that lead outside and just being massive destructive force. I also think this change would be good because it will also help the weapon selection. If the MP5 doesn't have the ACOG, more people would start using the P90. Which, that's a gun that no one ever uses with Rook. It's a good gun, but because, the MP5 has the ACOG and MP5 is way more accurate than P90, you're not going to pick the P90 over the ACOG. So if you take away the ACOG and you get the P90 at least a little bit more a little bit less recoil, you make that more balanced when it comes to Rook. You're going to see more Rooks playing with one or the other instead of just playing strictly with one gun. Now, it's just my thought. I know it's not going to be a popular thought. I know Ubisoft won't take away the ACOG from them. To me, ACOG should only be on rifles, and that's it, not carbines or SMGs. But with all that said, guys, this is the video. Thank y'all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. I'll catch you guys next time. I've been to Architecture, the real underscore talent of YouTube. Peace out.